I'd like to invite you to clean along with me today, tackle some things around the house as we look a little bit deeper to the matter and look at the impact that clutter has on our faith. So grab a pile of laundry that needs to be folded, pop in an earbud if there's something you need to tackle, and let's get to it. Hey Google, play Hymns of the Homemaker.
All right, here's Hymns of the Homemaker on YouTube.
Now, home is a place that is so incredibly important, regardless of what season of life you're in, what your circumstances might be. This place is sacred. It's where everything begins. And our role as keepers of the home to set this tone of our space and to build up somewhere that is nourishing, that is our haven from a busy and hectic world. And I think it's so important and oftentimes can start to become so overwhelming that we no longer see it as this haven, as this place of ministry. And I think that that is done so much in our lives that maybe we don't even realize. I think for many of us that we kind of just get busy with life. All the things come in, the influence of the world, the impact that this consumer society that we live in has on us really can just make it so overwhelming. So instead of it being this place of nourishment and of beauty and of ministry, it becomes this chore, this drudgery, this thing that we just can't take anymore. And we really are just so over it. I think for many of us, we do get overwhelmed by the stuff, by the clutter, by the chaos, by all of that. And it really just becomes this thing that we don't want to deal with. And so we find more things to go do that are outside of the home, or even when we're in the home, we spend more time staring at a screen and focusing on something on the TV or something that isn't real life because we don't want to deal with it. We don't know how to deal with it. And I think what's really important is that in the busy and the chaos, we stop to smell the roses, right? We stop to see the beauty that is around us. I happened to pop outside to throw something out and I noticed this lily that had come into bloom. All my lilies are blooming. I have them scattered kind of all over the yard, and going out each day to find these, I know it's a little kind of silly thing. It doesn't have any, massive impact, but it really is such a little touch of beauty and such a great reminder that the Lord is providing. And He's providing in all the ways that we need. And so something as simple as stopping to collect this flower, to bring it in while I'm busy and I'm taking care of all of the things that need to be done, to bring that in, to smell its fragrance, and to remember to see the blessing and beauty in it, really is something that makes a big difference and has a big impact in the overall image of our day. Now, I love doing things like weaving little bits of beauty into my home. The clutter that comes in, right? The consumer mentality we have, all of the stuff, there's always more. It makes cleaning harder. It makes keeping up with everything harder, right? Clutter really does take over and steal the joy of the home. And so tending that, removing the excess, simplifying things down, and instead holding on to the little bits and beauty and weaving those in even little spaces, like even a weed that the kiddos have picked for me and brought in and put in a vase, really does have a large impact. And so friends, today I really would encourage you to go through your space, look at the areas that are cluttered, that are frustrating, and how can you simplify? How can you pull that weight of excess out of your space, out of your priority, or even just your burden, and instead start to look for ways that you can weave bits of beauty, bits of enjoyment into your home. Our homes are the forefront of our ministry. They allow us to create the space to truly pour into others through the discipleship of our children, through hosting and hospitality in many different ways. It really is that beginning space, and removing that weight of clutter and excess really does make such a difference in the day to day, making it easier for us to take care of the things that need to be taken care of. May it be just the mental weight of trying to keep a hold of everything and keep everything running smoothly. There's so many different impacts that this really does touch to make such a difference, so we can indulge in the beautiful luxuries and loveliness of life, making the most out of our space, setting the tone and making it somewhere that people want to gather. They want to come together, and so that we can pour into them and ourselves, all to the glory of God, with the eternal in mind. And so friends, let this be an encouragement to clear the clutter and make the most out of our space, giving God glory for all of it.